your body. Welcome to the party where the nuts hang. It's just a rap thing. And when your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the room shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just let it roll. Are you ready now? Are you ready to move with me? Just move with me. Move with me. Come on, get up and move with me. Just move with me. Move with me. Up on the floor. Move with me. Just move with me. Move with me. Come on, get up and move with me. Just move with me. Move with me. Up on the floor.
All right, everybody, we're back with episode 14 of The Sounds of Struggle. I am Chris Perish.
Hello, I'm still here.
And that is Meniac. And guess what, people? The struggle has expanded.
We are like an enterprise, buying and selling, but mostly buying and expanding, taking over companies, aka wrestlers.
For everyone who had the chance to watch MPW Enoch, or perhaps the people who missed it, would have seen two things. One,
I had to take the night off. I was in a holding cell.
yeah, unfortunately, I was the one who actually had to go to Enoch. I tried to get out, but
I can tell you, out of the two, I had the better night.
however, I digress.
Oh, do you?
Because I searched long and hard, and I found a very, very suitable third member of the struggle in the headline, Shaun Martens.
And the headlines read, Struggle to 3.
Yes. And the struggle also reads, Martens pinned Tyler James, and now the struggle are number one contenders for the Monster Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
It's amazing. It only took us adding another member to get a rematch for the titles we never lost.
Now, we didn't wrestle both members of the Shark Club. It was actually Jack Pride and Tyler James. But Tyler James showed exactly why he is the weak link of the Shark Club, as he was pinned by the headline and the third member of the struggle, Shaun Martens.
He is the Shart in Shart Club.
Exactly. Not to mention, what also happened is after last week's episode of our movie edition, we referenced Happy Gilmore, and they decided to do another spoof of it, as Adam Sandler and Bill Barker did another...
Isn't it Bob Barker?
Bob Barker. That's what I said.
I thought you said Bill. Sorry. That's my mistake.
No.
Gotta pull the head out of my own ass.
No. He's not part of the Billy Club. He's part of the Bobby Club.
The Bobby Club.
Yeah. But Adam Sandler and Bob Barker got back together to do another little spoof, I guess. And
it was fantastic. It was a little bit of all right.
It was a little bit of all right.
Just,
It was strugglicious.
yes, it was.
That is now a thing. If you don't like it, who cares? We made it up, therefore it's a thing.
Hashtag strugglicious.
Yeah. So, yeah, in the world of sports, I mean, let's just headline to the world of sports. Yes, I said headline because...
Hi, Shaun Martens.
Hey.
Welcome aboard. Did you hear about the hockey game in Norway?
Do tell.
It went 11 periods.
Oh, is that the 8 overtime spectacular?
Yes.
I did hear about
that. The game ended 2-1. Shots were 96 to 93 for was it Stormhammer beats Sparta.
This is Sparta.
And just like the movie, the Spartans fell.
Yeah. Jobbers.
But anyways, yeah, 96-93. And 37 of those shots for, actually 37 like 38 shots for each team respectively, came in the 8th overtime period. Up until that point, it was all good, and then the 8th overtime just went off the rails. That's insane.
That is insane. That is almost 4 games.
They played 8 or 9, something like ridiculous hours. That's... They had like this local eatery place supply them with food, like in between, I think, the 6th and 7th period.
Okay, now if you were to play a hockey game and you had to play 11 periods, what food would you want in between those periods?
I would assume you want some sort of carbs, like pasta, but not something heavy.
So, I 100% I want beer and pizza.
I wouldn't. I can't. I've tried to do it before. Drinking beer while playing hockey does not go well for me. I end up upchucking everywhere. But if I can help it, it'll go on the goalie. But anyways, I think I'd do some sort of like light Alfredo with some chicken sort of pasta. Get them orange slices in there, just like the old time soccer and hockey games.
Orange slices?
Yeah, I'd suck on those. Get that vitamin C and D.
Well,
Gotta get that vitamin D in you, girls and boys.
well,
Whatever you choose.
I mean,
Whatever.
I guess if you were going to go to vitamins and you can't have C, I guess the D is okay.
The D's a little bit alright at times. But you're not hearing it here from me.
Yeah. In other news, did you hear about T-Mobile Arena?
No, I did not.
Apparently, the reports are that they reserved June 10 for Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather.
That's a thing officially? Unofficially?
We don't know. Floyd Mayweather did say he was out of retirement for this fight, and then a mere 1 or 2 days later, all of a sudden there is an opening in Las Vegas for it to happen.
That's that'll be interesting. That'll be a fight I tune into.
Yeah. Staying with MMA, did you see the double KO?
I did not. I didn't even hear about it.
Oh yeah, it was a fight in Shamrock FC.
Is that for Ken Shamrock?
I think it's one of either Frank or Ken Shamrock. I think they own it.
Okay.
But I'm assuming, or possibly both. But yeah, I'm assuming that's their MMA company. But yeah, it was between Alex Cazares and Alan Vasquez, and they both KO'd each other at the same time.
It's pretty much like watching Step Brothers when they have that fight with the baseball bat and the golf club, right?
Yeah. The only thing that sucked is they actually did give it to Vasquez.
I thought it'd be double KO so nobody wins. It's called a draw.
Well, I guess how they declared it is one guy actually was deemed that he was KO'd first, so they gave it to him.
Oh,
but
that's shoddy. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I'd have to watch it first, but I don't know. You give it to someone because he KO'd the person before he got KO'd. If you both get KO'd, I don't think it should matter. I think it should just be, okay, rematch down the road. Guys heal up and, go back at it.
All I know is that it was awesome to watch because I've only seen one thing like that before, and that was in the UFC, which I think was like Pete Sell, and I forget who the other guy was, but basically got punched right in like the liver, the kidneys area, and so he kind of went down like holding the gun, and as soon as the guy came to go and finish him, he just miraculously one punch and they both just fell down. But
that's amazing.
and then, actually, no, I guess it happened a second time because I forget who was the special ref of that fight, but they had a special referee and they had a double knockout, and the one thing you remember is that the referee acted like it was the biggest deal. I will actually try to look that up and put it on my Twitter at Chris Perish.
And I will retweet it at Wrestlemania.
And then maybe at Tag Struggle.
What are they going to do there? Talk about this podcast, which is...
Well, no, they'll like the tweet.
Oh, but then you can actually listen to this when it's reposted on at The Struggle SOS.
Exactly.
Oh, and then you can also go and follow at Shaun Martens.
Yes.
New guy!
New guy!
Finally someone listened to us, and they're getting a little bit of all right.
Yes, the headline.
The headline reads, a little bit all right.
Can we help you?
I think we helped him.
Maybe that's our new hashtag. Can we help you?
Yes. And hashtag for the Shark Club when we're done with them is hashtag do you want fries with that? 'Cause that's all they'll be able to do.
Do you want fries with that?
Yes. Because we're strugglelicious. And
AB!
we are real, and we are strugglelicious. Spectacular.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Fergie, you don't have what it takes to be strugglelicious, all right?
No, you're more of a MILF now, according to your new song.
No,
so...
she's nothing. She wets her pants on stage. Like, who does that?
Well, if we were there, almost all the women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure a lot of the guys, too. I mean, now that we have Shaun Martens in the fold.
Indeed.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be one of us?
I can name a few who do, but I'm going to leave it nameless for now, because we might have some more plans in the future.
Exactly.
Wait and see.
It isn't about what just happened. It's about what happens next.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You're on our radar.
So,
Oh, did you also hear before we go into that? Ekblad's got another concussion out 7 to 10 games. I think his career might be over sooner than later. It's really unfortunate.
I don't think so. 7 to 10 days, that's pretty
Games.
small.
But still, the fact that it was like, what, his third? and like he's young. Like I don't know. We might be looking at another case of Lindros syndrome right here.
Yeah, but I don't know if the league is a lot less. I want to say violent than maybe it was 15 years ago, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely don't see as many like big hits as you did back then. I mean, there's definitely no Scott Stevens in this era.
No, that's true.
So
Also, Pavel Datsyuk, he got ejected from a game. His first ever game misconduct.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So there is a mean streak in him.
Well, he got hit somewhat from behind the boards, and it was kind of a cheap hit, but there's no call. And I do agree that there should have been a call. So then he gets up, and the other team grabs it, comes back down, the guy has head down, and he KO'd him. Like, he bolted through a guy. It was a Scott Stevens-like hit. It was fantastic. And you know who tried to talk the ref down from giving him a misconduct?
Kovalchuk?
Very good.
Yay!
Probably the first sensible thing.
Didn't he get kicked off his team last year?
He got a bit of a time off suspension kind of thing from this team.
He was put in timeout?
Yeah, basically.
That's awesome.
Was given a timeout.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. I think Datsuk being there, has really turned him around.
Well, I mean...
You don't mess with the Magic Man.
Exactly. Magic Man.
The best part is, the guy that got hit by him, once he saw him, then he didn't. Just like that, poof, gone.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Magic Man.
And El Diablo.
Another reference to Talladega Nights, a movie that was referenced on
Last
our
week.
movie episode.
Last week, yes.
Movie edition, sorry.
I feel as though going forward, we're going to have to get Mr. Martens on here to kind of go over some stuff with him.
Oh, that will be a thing. That will be a thing. He currently lives in a different city than us, so it won't be an every week thing.
No,
but
he'll be making trails,
Yes.
special editions with him.
perhaps at April 1 reboot.
Well, the struggle's rebooted.
Oh,
We've changed it from struggle with an E to struggle with a 3.
exactly. Yeah, so maybe we will tape an episode at the next Monster Pro Wrestling show live Saturday, April 1 at the Alberta Ave Community Hall.
Which will eventually be shown on Shaw Channel 10
Shaw TV, Channel 10.
as part of Monday Night Dynamite.
Live every Monday night at 10:30 p.m.
Also, Shaw Red Deer on Monday night at 10 p.m.
And live replays here in the Edmonton area Saturday, Sunday at noon.
Prime time.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I woke up after one amazing birthday on Saturday.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Where the struggle became #1 contenders.
Yes, they did.
What a birthday.
Wow.
And we beat Tyler James because
Because he's the Shark and Shark Club.
he hits kids.
Ha
Face slaps babies.
What an evil, evil bigot.
I mean, pick on someone your own size.
Well, maybe he was just... You know what? I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there.
Segue! So, let's go back into wrestling.
Okay.
Well, actually, I guess we're staying in wrestling, but we're going to turn our focus into the WWE. We are now seeing more of clear-cut what's happening at Wrestlemania as
Indeed.
Roman Reigns and Undertaker is now official.
Yep.
I actually am slightly intrigued by this match.
If he turns heel, I'll be okay with it.
What I like is the reactions that are coming to when they meet together, because it is completely 100% for Taker and 100% against Reigns.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, for the first time, sometime where I'm actually liking watching Reigns interrupt someone.
I agree, actually. Yes.
Also, another match that will, I'm assuming, soon be added is for the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville against Austin Aries.
It's nice to see him in a ring again.
And how awesome was it when the fans in Chicago just went
Bananas.
yeah,
Banana.
because Austin Aries wears a banana on his suit.
Exactly.
Yep. And I mean, 100% for him. And it was just fantastic. And Neville, who's been having solid matches as of late, and we know how A-double can work.
Yes.
That match has the potential, in my eyes, that's going to steal WrestleMania.
It definitely could. We should notify the police down in Orlando.
No, we shouldn't. Because
Okay.
I want to see this crime go.
Are you saying it's crime time?
I think I'm hoping it's never crime time.
Me too. I feel a little dirty for saying that.
Even though one half of, was it Shaq Gaspard actually took down a live burglar?
Yeah. Good for him.
He's not a bad guy.
No.
And the one, we were both unhappy with Goldberg winning the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
But
You know what?
one good thing came out of it, where there's a video of him high-fiving the fans after the match, and one fan decided to really swear and be very rude around a lot of the kids, and Goldberg put him in his place,
Yeah.
told him not to swear, be rude against kids, just because the fan wants to be a lowlife, that's okay, but don't put it around the kids. I appreciate the fact that Goldberg actually was a role model.
Yeah, you might not like the guy, but you can't really hate him for something like that. That's pretty classy.
Yeah, hate him for the fact that he has no wrestling ability.
And he's kind of a knob, but at least he's a good knob.
Yeah, and he's a Falcons fans, and he can go suck a you-know-what.
A phallus.
I hate the Falcons.
Phallus Falcons. So you're not a fan of Austin Creed?
Well, I mean, that's not the F word I would say before Falcons.
Well, no, but it's the one that we're allowed to use.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that...
I like Austin Creed, but he has bad taste in football teams.
It was very funny, that video he had to wear the Patriot stuff.
No, because I actually... You know what? I hated the Super Bowl. It didn't matter. I wanted somebody to, like, cancel it, rebook it. I wanted a team to run in and then take the championship. Because I hate the Patriots. I hate their stupid fans. I hate how everyone thinks that they're the best team in the world. How Tom Brady is, like, the most perfect thing in the world. But then I can't cheer for a division rival.
Sorry, folks. I've opened up Pandora's box of evilness for this, and I apologize.
I'm not happy about the Super Bowl.
It's over. Let it go.
Hey, I'll let it go until you let the Oilers Chicago game go.
I think after tomorrow night it'll be over. I'll let it go after that. Because tomorrow I have to dress up in the blue and orange. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yes, but again, Dallas is a divisional rival to Chicago, so you're only simply going against a divisional rival.
Which is true, even though they are the bottom of the heap, which is really surprising with the team they have. Although, I guess the team's not so good anymore. But anyways,
Yeah, if
it'd be good to see Tyler Sagan and Jamie
the
Benning.
stars of the D want to get to the playoffs, they have to make a rise in the standings.
They do have to rise in the standings if they want to be the D stars. But going back to wrestling,
Yes.
the Kevin Owens thing, how he challenged Jericho, saying he'll go back to the Universal title, whenever he wants. Right now, he wants to take away
Yeah.
the U.S. title. I think that not only covered it up perfectly, but made me even more excited for that match.
Yeah, I think
They did a very good job of that.
I have see, this is kind of what I liked and what I didn't like out of that segment. One, I disliked the fact that Jericho didn't have the list. Because already you saw a decline in his personality, but I understand the emotional part that was added to it with Kevin Owens turning on him. But I just didn't find Jericho to be as entertaining as he has been. Therefore, I wasn't necessarily... Alright, he did have a great match with Samoa Joe.
Yes.
I did think Samoa Joe needed a match like that to just, solidify his spot on the roster.
Yep.
But what I did like out of that segment is what you just said about Kevin Owens covering it up. Basically saying, Jericho, you took away one of my titles, and at WrestleMania, I want to make sure I take away yours.
Yeah.
So it was kind of it made a lot of sense. He also mentioned that he has a guaranteed rematch clause for the title, and that he eventually is going to... He's eventually going to go back and have that title match. It's just not going to be right away.
Yes. Sorry, folks. We got really distracted. There's some asshat running backwards in the parking lot that we're in right now.
Yeah.
In my new 2014 Coupe de Ville. Custom made.
Yeah. It's a Maniac mobile.
It very much is. Anyways, you know what I did like? We haven't seen it, but apparently WWE Buffalo House Show with Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, Triple H versus Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho, and a returning Finn Balor.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was going to happen.
My question is he going to show up before WrestleMania? Or is he just doing that to get back in ring shape?
I think a bit of both. I mean, from what I understand, there could be two things for Finn Balor at WrestleMania. One could either be Samoa Joe, or the second one is Triple H if Seth Rollins can't go.
I thought maybe Sami Zayn would go after Samoa Joe, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. What do you think they're going to do with Sami Zayn now that Jericho is a face, Seth Rollins is there, you have the returning Finn Balor. I mean, already now you're kind of bumping Zayn into that 4th spot.
I think you gotta either find him someone to go tag team with for a while, kind of like what they did with Cesaro and Sheamus, or give him a shot with the U.S. title. Give him something. Like, he's been doing stuff for long enough. He's starting to get stale just because they're not giving him enough.
See, now that also opens up the interest of, does that mean Jericho loses the U.S. title at Mania and then we go on to see Owens and Zayn? Or do we see Owens and Jericho continue after Mania?
Well, I know he doesn't go back. He doesn't have any dates for tours and whatnot till at least mid-April. So he doesn't necessarily have to lose it there. It would make sense, but he doesn't have to.
See, I believe he will. I honestly believe Kevin Owens will walk out of WrestleMania.
It would not surprise me. It makes sense. But again, stranger things have happened. That's all
true.
I'm saying.
I mean, last year Zack Ryder did walk out Intercontinental Champion.
For one whole day.
And I don't think anybody saw that.
No.
But it was actually awesome in the sense that it gave you that WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
And it gave him that WrestleMania moment.
Now, do you think Braun Strowman wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
Yeah, and I honestly think it could come down to him and another big guy, whether it's Big Show or
Shaquille O'Neal?
I don't know. You know what? If he doesn't do that Big Show match that is supposedly rumored, I don't think he shows up in any way.
Yeah, I think they tried to do something and he just suddenly either lost interest or was advised by somebody close to him that it wasn't a good idea, whatever. So, I don't know.
Nope.
It's too bad. Because I'd like to see Shaquille O'Neal either get beat up or beat up Big Show. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I do think it's a lock that Braun Strowman wins the Andre the Giant Memorial.
Yeah.
But I also want to jump back to Finn Balor because an idea came to mind that maybe they just will do something out of the box. Because they are teasing that AJ and Shane are butting heads.
Yeah.
What if they did an inter-promotion match between AJ and Finn Balor?
And the club comes down to watch?
Because my thing is, what if the club comes down to interfere, and then we could also see the possible return of the Hardys?
That would be interesting. Now, question is, I know that they've been trying for a while to get their gimmick of the broken gimmick. Apparently, TNA/Impact, the new Winged Eagle crap logo, apparently they own that, but I don't know if that's true or not. So they've been working to try and get that. But either way, I like the fact that Matt Hardy's, reinvented himself. I'm not sold on the gimmick itself.
I'm curious to see what it would do under the WWE banner.
You could, think of them lining him with the Wyatts. Or I guess just Bray Wyatt. No, that family's all but just been destroyed.
Now, has it? Because I honestly see Rowan and Harper
returning?
Coming back together.
Rowan and Harper, but do you think they come back with Bray?
I don't see why they necessarily would not go back. I can see why Harper doesn't want to, but what did Wyatt and Rowan ever do to create that tension? That's
true. Yeah, he should be coming back from injury fairly soon.
Even though Rowan has technically gone against Wyatt, but he never really went against him. He did go on his own for a bit, so, it's tough to say. It'll be very interesting to see kind of what they do post-Mania, because I'm very curious about what they're going to do with the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree.
And with that being said, I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw Luke Harper being one of those other big guys that go for that Andre the Giant Memorial.
That'd be cool.
Also, to me, it's just something different.
Yeah.
One thing that I do believe, because what I heard was happening, was a number one contenders tag match for the Raw titles between Sheamus and Cesaro and Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
I am kind of curious if they do a triple threat and not a standard singles match. Because I just don't see what the losing team would do outside of the Andre the Giant Memorial. And I think they have too many people on the roster to not.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have not had I guess outside of the triple threat for the women's. And then the SmackDown women's is Alexa Bliss against every woman on the SmackDown roster.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would not be at all surprised to see Asuka the day before WrestleMania lose to Ember Moon in NXT Orlando and debut on SmackDown.
That'd be cool. I'd be okay with that.
And win the women's title.
That would be cool.
I kind of think that could be happening.
I also think that for the Raw women's, that Sasha's going to turn on Bayley, and that'll be going forward.
I also wonder if that's going to turn into a four-way with Nia Jax.
I could see it. Personally, I mean, I know she's a monster built up that way, but I just don't like her ring work personally. I don't find her entertaining at all.
No, but also I am starting to get bored out of Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley.
Oh yeah. They've overkilled it, which they shouldn't have done, but whatever.
I mean, I can 100.
But think about it. Who else is on that roster for the women for Raw? I other than those four, I have no idea.
Emma. Paige is technically on the Raw roster.
Yeah. But again, like, we haven't seen either one of them really.
I actually would not mind seeing them come back kind of together to try to take back. I mean, when you think about it, they're both kind of like British. They're kind of that.
Well, one of them's British, one's a British convict from Australia, but, you know, we're picking at hairs here.
I mean, they both got the Union Jack in their flag.
They both got Union Jack and something.
So,
I'm just thinking here, too, because I'm looking back at the people who won the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Last year was Triple H.
Yep.
And he lost. The year before that was Roman Reigns. And he lost. The year before that was Batista. And he lost. The year before that was John Cena. And he won. So last time someone won at Mania after winning the Royal Rumble was 2013. Before that was 2012. And then before that was Taker in 2007. So last, decade, there really hasn't been too many people who won the Rumble and Mania. So you think this will be another year they do that?
That's a very good point. Because I've always been wondering now, is Bray and Randy going to end the show? Is that the main event to WrestleMania?
Honestly, it's probably going to be Brock versus...
See, I think it's Roman and Taker.
I'd be okay with that one, but I just... Raw seems to always take dominance for whatever reason, even though the show is not doing nearly as well as SmackDown, because that third hour does kill them.
I think the last time SmackDown was the last match of the night, wasn't it not Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle?
Oh, no.
For SmackDown as being the main event of WrestleMania?
No, wasn't it Cena and... no, it's fine, not Cena. What's his name? Wasn't it 2008 with Undertaker and Batista? That was SmackDown. I think that was the main event. Either that or Edge 2007 versus Taker. That might have been. 2009. That was more of an interpromotional match, though, with Taker and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was interpromotional.
So you can't count that one.
So, I mean, it's definitely going to be curious. That's why I'm very interested to see if they do a interpromotional match this year.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is, what happens if Samoa Joe is in the Andre Memorial Battle Royal? And wins that.
And he wins it?
Yeah.
Well, who can say, though? I mean, they just had Roman Reigns, who, beats everybody and then becomes Goldberg's kid.
That, for anybody who has not seen, I shared an animated video of how they booked Roman Reigns at Fastlane, and all he did was come out Superman punch and spear everyone, and they had the Cruiserweight title match to open up, and he came out, Superman punched one, speared the other, and he became the Cruiserweight champion.
Did that to Bayley.
Then it was a tag, and he did that. Became the tag team champions by himself. Did the woman. Became the women's Raw champion, and then had the inflatable Roman Empire.
That was just hilarious.
And then he was the women's champion, and then they did the heavyweight, the Universal match where Jericho came back and did the Codebreaker on Kevin Owens, and then Goldberg was in there, and then his son came in to cheer with him. Roman Reigns came out, Superman punched his kid, and then became Goldberg's new kid.
Hilarious.
It was
because
really
it just sums
funny.
up what they're doing with him, it's just funny.
Stuff like that makes me like Roman Reigns, actually.
Kinda, yeah.
If he was to do that on the show, I'd
appreciate, yeah.
It'd be very entertaining.
Oh, that's cute. Those two are on the first date. He is not getting any.
Oh, and she's running away from him.
Oh, we're witnessing a struggle.
And the best part is they're really, really large, so they're not moving that fast at all.
It was like a lava lamp. It was kind of entrancing. Anyways.
Is that not a match you kind of want to see in the sense that...
Those two?
No,
not at all.
Goldberg and Roman Reigns? I would assume out of all the Goldberg matches you get, I mean, he has 2 moves, Reigns has like 3 moves.
Throw Cena in there. Why not?
Oh.
There you go.
Well, no, Cena has more than that. Cena can go.
He can with the right person, yeah. Right.
Also with Cena, you got him, Nikki against Miz and Maurice.
I'm actually excited. I love what the Miz has been doing. Like the promos he's been cutting have been fantastic.
I think Maurice has been just killing it lately.
That too, yes. Plus she's Canadian.
Yep. French, but Canadian.
Oh, I mean, we can't knock it on that too much, I guess.
They gave us.
There's actually a lot of Canadians on the roster for Mania this year, right?
Yeah,
It's impressive.
We got Jericho, Owens, Sami Zayn will be there.
Yeah, Maurice, Natty,
if she, yeah, I guess yeah, she's in the SmackDown, yeah.
SmackDown scramble dealy.
Who else?
On a bike now. I think there's one more.
Maybe Jinder Mahal.
He might be in the Battle Royal.
Yeah,
maybe. Is he actually Canadian though? I thought he just came over here to train.
He's from Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Calgary kid. Okay. Victor from the Ascension.
Oh yeah, he might be in it.
He's a Canadian boy.
Wait,
Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze, yeah. Speaking of which, what are they doing with the SmackDown tag titles?
I don't think they've said anything yet. I would not be surprised if something this week on SmackDown happens.
Yeah. We're doing this right now while Raw just finished, so we have no idea what's going on.
No.
But we don't care either. Not really.
I'm not. Okay, here's the thing. What do you think of Raw right now?
I like SmackDown more. It's honestly, it's at 3 hours of trying to stretch stuff out. I think it's killing some of the stuff.
Yeah, but I think the quality of the program, I'm just not into it.
No, I'm not really.
I mean, I find a lot of the things predictable, and I don't know.
Other than, like, say, Kevin Owens and, like, Samoa Joe, that's the stuff that they're doing.
See, for me, like,
that's...
I'm hoping Finn Balor comes back tonight.
That'd be cool.
Because then it gives you a little bit something fresh on the menu.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see. I do like the fact that Joe's there. I like to see what they do with Joe. I also like to see kind of A, what they're doing with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
B, I find that that's the only way I can find out what's going on with Seth Rollins. Because I think they're going to keep that.
Yep.
But, I mean, I think now that they're finally starting to have good matches on the 205 Live.
Yeah, they are. That's true.
That you can have some good stuff there. And I think that was the issue with 205 at all. They just didn't have those amazing matches to keep the fans entertained.
And I think Austin Aries being a fresh face definitely helps.
Yep.
Sorry, going back to my original point before we got off that huge tangent about Roman Reigns, the fact that he just pinned Braun Strowman, you know what they typically start to do with big guys. Once they lose one match, they kind of just either they have them come back real strong or they destroy them, basically. And you're saying if Samoa Joe's in it and he wins the Battle Royal, it's going to look like they're probably going to start to lean towards destroying Braun Strowman, which they shouldn't.
Yeah, but at the same time, Braun Strowman doesn't get pinned or beat. He just gets thrown over, which he already did at the Rumble.
It's true.
Not to mention, you can easily play that one out where you can have 4 or 5 guys eliminate. Like, if you have, like, Big Show, Joe, Baron Corbin, or somebody like his size, Luke Harper, Rowan, kind of all eliminating you, I don't think it makes you look bad.
No, I guess that's true. But again,
also, too, Roman Reigns was going on to face The Undertaker, and The Undertaker match is almost as big in a WrestleMania form as a title match, in the sense of the star power of, you're the guy who has a Taker match.
I guess. I mean, for me, it's kind of lost a little bit since Lesnar beat him, but it does still have that star drawing power, I guess.
Yeah, but when you think about it, only one guy gets to wrestle Undertaker at WrestleMania a year.
Yeah.
And it's become one of those things now.
Unless it's that one year
And
where
John
both
Cena's
A-train.
becoming slowly that as well.
Yeah.
And
What do you think next year they have some sort of like loser gets fired match between Taker and Cena?
no, I still want to see Joe and Cena. Now that Joe's on the roster, I want to see that match more than ever now.
Well, I don't know how many Manias Taker has left. Now, do you think I was
Cena Taker is still a money match,
Yeah.
though.
I was actually thinking this, and someone was brought up to me as well, that do you think it would be better if Taker lost another match and then were officially retired? Or do you think if he win or lose, whatever happens, he kind of just goes off and we never really know if he's officially retired or if he does come back every once in a while, but it's not every WrestleMania? Like, you say he skips one or skips two, then comes back and just does an appearance, like a chokeslam something.
My thing is, does Undertaker ruin any show that he's on?
No, he would definitely enhance it.
So I don't think it matters if he goes away or doesn't, because I think now you're at a point when you see him, you know it's a special thing.
Yeah.
So I think you just let it kind of stay its course and do what's going on.
Don't let him kind of officially retire, because then you know it's over.
I mean, if he wants to retire, that's his choice.
Yeah.
That's obviously, you can't force guys to do more than what they can do. The body's going to say when. But I think, too, if he's still adding something to the show, I think you just let it go and you just let it ride. Because as much as you maybe didn't want to watch him and Shane last year, just the sight of what they did, it was something that you didn't want to miss.
That's very true.
And him and Michaels tore the house down. Him and Triple H were tearing the house down. Him and Lesnar, regardless of what people thought of that finish,
Surprising as hell.
gave you one of the biggest WrestleMania moments you'll see
Ever.
And I don't think everyone will be happy about what that did, but what that created was a time of, man, what were you doing when Undertaker lost at WrestleMania?
And it created the beast Brock Lesnar for
Yeah.
several years.
So, to me, I think it did a lot more good than it did bad. I think a lot of people got too emotional.
I think a lot of
About
it
it,
was
right.
that a lot of people had this predetermined notion that he had to pass the torch to somebody.
Yeah.
But, who says that has to be a thing?
Well, I think a lot of people say, well, if he was going to lose, they should have gone to this guy and this guy and this guy. I personally thought if he should have lost, it should have been to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, my thing is, Undertaker is he's one of the greatest characters in wrestling of all the time.
Of all the time. Besides us.
And the Shockmaster. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and the Goon.
Mantar.
Yeah, he's alright.
The Portuguese man of war, Aldo Montoya.
Yeah.
Man Mountain Rock.
Yeah.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Repo Man.
I like Repo Man, actually. I can't even say that. Oh, yeah.
There are many out there. Kenny Doll. That was a fart.
Yeah, that's
I don't even want to talk into this thing anymore because I might get pink eye.
just one.
Well, I'm not going to rub it in both eyes. I'm not stupid.
Oh, come on now.
No.
But yeah, no. So I think the Undertaker match is going to be something that everybody wants. I do think him and Cena should have one match.
I think so eventually. Because have they ever actually had like a one-on-one? I don't know if they've had tag matches against each other, but I don't think they've ever actually faced
Nothing
each
in
other
that
one-on-one.
big.
No.
I guess you can always do like AJ and Taker.
AJ would make him look good.
But
that would be a good match.
I just think stylistic, that's a bad match for AJ.
Yeah. Although AJ can sell his ass off, so I think he can make it work.
Oh yeah, AJ is just a freak athlete, no matter what, who you put in. I also like the idea of him and Baron Corbin working the program too at some point.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But I don't know. I mean, I still think there's a lot to do with Undertaker, whether it's WrestleMania, especially when you have that sample size the way it is. It creates a lot of ideas fresher, opposed to if he was there every night.
Yeah.
So, for that reason, it's always going to be a selling point in my eyes at WrestleMania. So, no, I wouldn't end it if you don't need to.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But my thing is, now that, I mean, I said John Cena was getting the same way. I mean, I like the idea that it's him and Miz in the ring, and yes, there's Nikki Bella and Maurice as well. But I mean, essentially, the Miz has been was picked to be the guy that has John Cena this year. I think John Cena is that guy moving forward too.
Yeah.
Because he's always going to be looked at as kind of your I don't want to say stepping stone, that's the wrong thing, but kind of you've made it when you get the John Cena match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. He hasn't really lost too many at WrestleMania either.
No, I still won't wish he would have lost to Rusev.
Yeah.
That was the big one.
I did like how it would spawn from the U.S. title Open Challenge.
Yep.
That was nice. It was a change, but I'm trying to think back here. Like, dating back to 2004, he won the U.S. title. The next year, he won the heavyweight.
Well, he didn't. Yeah, I guess he never really had a match last year. He was hurt, but he just made that appearance. And then he beat Rusev at 31. At 30, what did he do?
I can't remember.
No, I don't either.
I'm trying to think here. 2005, he won the title. 2006, he defended against, I think, Shawn Michaels. 2007 was against Triple H.
Well, because he had the back and back with The Rock. What years were that?
Oh, that was 12 and 13. So I guess he lost in 2012.
And then won it, yeah. So
won in 2013. 2014, he... Was it 2014 when he did the whole Rusev thing? Or was that...
No, it was 2015. 2014 was WrestleMania 30.
And what did he do at WrestleMania 30?
Because 15 would have been...
31.
Rusev at 31. And then he was...
Yeah. So he has lost maybe one or two, but I think his record's pretty on the positive side of wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to think that now. WrestleMania 30.
No, he lost against The Miz at 27. That's 2 losses.
And that's also a thing, too. I mean, yeah, they bring that up, but, I mean, The Miz is 1-0. He's undefeated against John Cena at WrestleMania.
He is.
Not a lot of guys can say that.
That's true.
But, so it's very interesting to see kind of like where they would go kind of from here. So, I do think you pencil them in, and then you say, okay, who has the John Cena match at Mania? I think that's a thing now.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's just not a lot of guys who are in that position yet on the card where they can be, that's a marquee match. Regardless if you have a title or not, that's a marquee match. And Undertaker, and I think now John Cena, possibly Triple H, but I can see that being overblown.
Getting there.
I do think it's being overplayed with the whole authority thing, though.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't be upset if... Maybe say this year he has to have a match because it's kind of been set up, but next year or two he kind of takes off. Just maybe ringside for something. But
I would still like to see kind of an NXT invasion of just the top stars at WrestleMania. I think that'd be cool. Where he's not necessarily looked at.
He's kind of orchestrating it, though.
Yeah, he's not exactly the bad authority guy, but he's kind of like what Shane was when WCW kind of started invading. Kind of that fresh look, and I don't know.
You know what? If they did that right, it actually ended up being Triple H and NXT versus Stephanie McMahon or all the McMahons and WWE.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of...
essentially, it could be against Steph and Shane.
Yeah, that's true.
With Vince there as well. So, I mean, it could be like... It's an interesting look at it if that was to ever happen.
Exactly.
So, but then... You have to make sure NXT has the right star power, because that's essentially what failed the invasion angle, was the lack of star power. I mean, you didn't have the NWO, you didn't have Sting, you didn't have the Goldbergs, you didn't have a lot of the top names there, so that didn't really work out. But
other than that, anything else for WrestleMania? I think we pretty much covered all of it.
Yeah, we covered WrestleMania pretty well. Now, I mean, Also, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen the day after WrestleMania. That's always...
No, more like who's going to debut after WrestleMania.
Not to mention, I mean, the TakeOver Orlando.
It's going to be unreal.
We're starting to get a little bit more of a clarity on that.
Oh, that's also the other thing. This Wednesday, whoever wins the NXT title match will face Nakamura at NXT TakeOver.
Yeah.
You'd assume Bobby Roode would, but it is Chris Hero. Sorry. It's Cassie Ono.
Yeah.
So...
Might be rude, but it might be oh no instead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one of those faces Nakamura for the title, and then you have Ember Moon against Asuka for the women's title.
That'll be good.
I'm assuming they're going to do Authors of Pain against DIY against a Revival for the triple threat for the
Which
tag.
would be sweet.
Maybe you see...
Authors of Pain finally lose a match, but not because it's their fault.
I mean, they very well could lose the titles without losing the match.
Exactly.
Which
is kind of a safe way to do it.
You're also going to see one of the first women. You're going to see who's going to be the last undefeated women in NXT, in Ember Moon or Asuka.
No, technically she lost that Fatal 4-Way, didn't
Yeah, but
she?
this time somebody's going to get pinned.
Okay, fair enough.
Or, like they're actually going to get beat. So, my thing is, whoever loses between Rude and Ono, which I think we're both in agreement it's going to be Ono,
Yeah.
where does he fit on the card? What match would he get? Because also, another guy that just came back was Hideo Itami.
Oh, he's back again?
Yes.
Those two could light it up. I think it'd be a good match.
But then you also look at, okay, where does Ty Dillinger go? Where does Roderick Strong?
I think those
There's
guys
no
are gonna...
Jose.
I think those guys will end up doing something with Sanity down because they just did a huge beatdown of Roderick Strong. So
Yeah.
I think if they're gonna do it this way, that might be Ty Dillinger's send off. Might be his last match.
See, I think he stays in NXT for a while.
Which is not right.
But at the same time, how does he get used on our main roster? With all the influx of guys and baby faces they have, I personally feel if he's on the main roster, as much as I'd like to see him there, he might get lost in the shuffle.
That's true. Kind of like Sami Zayn.
I do feel he will be Sami Zayn 2.0 in the sense, who is he like? You got, like I said, you got Jericho, Rollins, Finn Balor on Raw. Where does he fit? If he's on SmackDown, I mean, you'd only assume AJ Styles will be a babyface moving forward. But then you got John Cena. I mean, maybe that opens the door for a guy like Ambrose to turn heel.
Yep.
But I mean, you got Randy Orton.
But if that's the case, then maybe he goes Raw and joins and becomes a tag team with Sami Zayn. I mean, they did work really well in the Rumble together.
But then you also got to think, because they did say they're going to do like not necessarily another draft, but kind of like another draft.
Yeah.
I mean, where they do changes. So I mean, that could also be something.
I wonder if they'll send anyone down. That would be different.
Well, I mean,
that'd be kind of cool.
They did send Tyson Kidd, who
He was killing down there.
Tyson Kidd is injured. Probably will never wrestle again.
Was killing it.
But I also want to personally thank him for the birthday wishes as well.
Yeah. He's a little bit alright.
Yeah. But I mean, they also did it with Zack Ryder.
Yep. He came back hype bros and...
So it'd be very interesting. To me, I don't know, I'm just curious on seeing the direction. I mean, plus, if you were to do something big like that with NXT, wouldn't, in the sense of an invasion thing, wouldn't Ty Dillinger be the perfect guy to have there?
That's very
Wouldn't he
true.
be like the Alliance's RVD?
That's very
almost
true.
in that way. I mean, I guess Nakamura might be, but I mean, you got to have those kind of guys too. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Ty Dillinger Roderick Strong tag team.
That'd be cool.
Especially now that Aries is on the main roster, not with NXT anymore. So.
And you know what? They need another tag team besides just the three that they have that are kind of established. Whether they're singles and come together or something, they need some...
Maybe they even put together a face group and they feud with Sanity for a while longer. So,
that'd be cool.
I mean, there's no reason why you have to end everything at this show.
It's very true.
But my thing also is, like I said, I mean, you got No Way Jose, Roderick Strong, Ty Dillinger going against Sanity. Where does this leave Cassius Ohno? Do you do Cassius Ohno, Hideo Itami? Do you bring somebody else in? I don't know. Like, to me, I think there's a lot of... There's no way Cassius Ohno is not on this card.
No. Maybe they'll do a triple threat for the title.
I wouldn't be against that.
No, I wouldn't either.
So
Maybe he wins, and that's how you get a triple threat match. It's very unlikely, but...
Well, I guess Ono could win. Bobby Roode invokes his rematch. Triple threat. But, I mean, now you're just throwing around that title.
Yeah, exactly. And they're a company who's never been one for doing that, so...
Well, they only did it a couple times with Joe and Nakamura.
But it kind of went back and forth between two guys. But, I don't know, the way they did it kind of just made sense.
Yeah,
almost.
but would they not just put it back on Roode in the triple threat?
That's true.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't think they need to do that. I think there's a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe you won't see a winner.
Maybe not.
It's inconclusive, so. But I do think that there was a winner. I know the tapings were already done. I just never read them.
Yeah, I try not to. I don't want to spoil because I really enjoy watching NXT.
Yeah, I'll do that for. I used to do that for SmackDown, but
Yeah.
now not so much.
I mean Raw 2.0 before they became SmackDown Live.
Well, that and I'm also very much enjoying SmackDown Live.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm also liking the Talking Smack.
Yeah,
I think
I took your word and I actually started watching it, and it's a little bit all right. Like, they do a very good job there.
I think it helps the show more than it affects it.
Yeah.
I don't think the Raw talk does a lot. I think it's just a copycat trying to, yeah.
But I mean, they don't
you
have a Daniel Bryan. I think that's what really changed it.
Well, you also have a 3-hour program where you have more time to tell a story.
Yeah.
So everybody already knows the story after Raw because he had 3 hours. I mean, Talking Smack gives you that third hour. So, I mean, I just think they give you the same amount of content and they just do it in a better way.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what I personally like. And I think a lot of people have, made a name for themselves on the SmackDown brand, whereas on Raw, it's been kind of the same.
Same old.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just kind of my train of thought.
Well, I agree with that. That makes sense. Okay. Anything else? Should we talk about what we're going to talk about last week? I didn't really do my homework, but I got a couple.
No, we kind of mentioned we also didn't really just set any ground rules, so we can't really.
Yeah, I guess, that's true.
We will rehash that. Maybe we'll reboot that.
And
And that's another.
that could be a headline.
And reboot. If only that was a name of a local pro wrestling show happening Saturday, April 1st by Monster Pro Wrestling at the Alberta F Community Hall.
6:30 doors, 7:30 bell time.
$15 advance tickets, $20 at the door.
Talk to Struggle. We can hook you up.
Yeah, I hear the Struggle's the number one contenders for the tag team titles.
Woo, about damn time.
Yeah.
And you can actually show your support for the Struggle by going to whatamaneuver.net. Getting all your Struggle and vintage OWE gear there. Pick up a t-shirt, a sweater, a baby onesie.
And you can also support them by following its official Twitter site at Tag Struggle.
Yes.
I'm thinking we might have to change Tag Struggle to something else.
Why?
I don't know. Just that kind of add the fact that we're a 3.
We'll just change the E at the end of Struggle to a 3.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming by the end of this podcast, somebody might try to steal that now.
Well, but we're doing this Monday. It doesn't get posted till Thursday. We have 2 days.
People are influenced by us, right?
That's true. We're kind of a big deal.
Just go add Strugglelicious.
There we go.
That'd be funny.
Yes. I do also think it's funny. We were talking earlier about that team, the Omega, down in Oklahoma City, trying to get us to bring them up here. I don't know if they're doing it for you, but they started talking to me. They randomly followed me, so I just started chatting with them, and then they DM'd me. That's a direct message, folks.
Getting up in the DM.
It goes down in the DM. And what went down was they were like, hey, why don't you bring us up? I'm like, well, I'm not the promoter, but I mean, I could put you in contact with him. Why don't you bring us down there? And then they didn't reply because the hell with them, apparently.
They're scared.
They're scared.
The Omega always runs from the Struggle.
Yes. Whether there be with Alpha or with Sharks or Shirts.
See, for something that actually lives in the water, sharks have a tendency to sink, whether it's the San Jose Sharks or the Shark Club in Monster Pro Wrestling. It's very ironic.
They should have called themselves the Flipper Club, because at least Flipper defeated a hammerhead shark.
The Echo Enterprise.
Echo Enterprise, yes.
How about that one for on the spot?
We should just change our name to the Umbrella Corporation. We'll create zombies because we kill everyone.
The Umbrella Universe.
The UU? The UU.
The W.
Squared.
The W.
We're going for the W. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Do you go for the W? Because we are going for the W.
And then we can get on board and partner up with the Chicago Cubs.
We are the smartest two men alive.
Of all the time.
Of all the time. And speaking of time, it is time to wrap it up. And it's not even Christmas. But this is...
Wrap it up for a late birthday present for Chris Perish.
Yeah, you know what? It's beer o'clock. That's why we have to wrap it up.
Beer 30. Let's go get shark-faced.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yes, if you want to get a hold of us, you can make sure you follow the all-new Facebook page of The Struggle, where you can email us. You can also follow us at Tag Struggle and the podcast at The Struggle SOS.
And you can also follow our individual ones at Chris Perish and at Wrestlemania, and newly introduced at Shaun Martens. That's ShaunMartins.
T-E-S?
It might be. I don't know how to spell his last name. I'm guessing. Look it up. Just go to Shaun Martens or look at ours. We have him on there. Figure it out, people. He's worth a follow.
Help him out, because he's a little bit of all right.
Yes, he is.
And make sure you also check back with the Edmonton Sport Podcast Network, where you can actually download us and download them on the Google Play, iTunes, and Podbean.
On the Bean of Pods.
Also now on the YouTube.
We're getting bigger.
Yeah.
We're not just on TV and in your ears. We're on the tube.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're playing with ourselves, because we're growing, baby.
Yes, we're on the tube for you.
No.
Yes, we are. We're on YouTube. Sorry, we're on YouTube.
Man, if only.
Yeah.
But make sure you download the Edmonton Sport Podcast Network, where you can get all the shows, everything by at Mike the Ref and the Sounds of Struggle.
And yes, all of our stuff.
Yes, we got 13
And
other episodes that are killer.
they are just destruction of awesomeness. They will melt your brainstem from being great.
All 14 episodes of the Sounds of Struggle are simply real and spectacular. And we're strugglicious, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Strugglicious.
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the room shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just let it roll. Are you ready now? Are you ready to move?